Hey, guys, welcome back. We have Pablo, Mikey, Chris, and Danny with us. We're going to talk the heritage auction. We've been waiting for Mikey to schedule us in for it so he can give us the rundown, the official rundown. So let me play our intro and we'll jump right into it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yo,
What's
We
up,
are
everyone?
on.
It's
How's
beautiful
everybody
Sunday. Sunday football.
Aha! Got it.
Yes.
All right, so it's no surprise that Halloween is the very first. We're going highest to lowest, and it's already got bid up to 10 G's. Yeah.
10 G's.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Whoa.
the Heritage auction. Heritage, it's not a signature auction. It's a showcase, Halloween showcase. So it's all specific to one genre. And basically, what Heritage did, in conjunction with Jay, who's the head of their department, is make the best horror auction, in my opinion, the best group of VHS tapes ever assembled. I mean, for sale. It's really this whole thing's nuts. I want to say one thing before, because I know there's a little bit of a misconception, and people do tend to think that I work for Heritage. I don't work for Heritage. I've only interned at Heritage when I was in college. I've done some contract work for them, but I don't work there. I don't really know anything. Anything I say isn't. I just do my best. I'm do really educated guessing. Anywho,
All spec.
I know this auction like the back of my hand at this point, though. I've been helping Jay a lot with it. I'm really excited about it. It is incredible. I couldn't be. There's never been this many awesome tapes next to each other. And on Halloween Day, I believe around 1:00 Eastern time, I think. I could be wrong on that. We're going to totally add that in at the end. But just every tape in this entire auction is awesome. And there's so many unique pieces. So, yeah, like what Maya was saying, Halloween. Bam.
Halloween.
So this is a beta. Tell us about it, Mikey.
It's sick.
That's all you got? It's sick.
All right, this is the second release of Halloween.
Next.
This is the second release of Halloween
It's
in
sick.
a packed
I'm
condition.
sold.
It is a beta tape. So this is the first release of this would be the meta copy, and it's theorized that no meta copy exists. It's amazing that even a media copy of this exists. There's only been one VHS of the media ever found in the now year and a half that I've done VHS.
Mhm.
And I am looking all the time. And I don't know anyone else that's seen it either who are also looking all the time. So just the rarity of this piece is insane. And then if you want to talk about history alone, I mean, it's one of it is John Carpenter's most famous franchise, which turned into a whole slew of movies that are still being released today. One I think just got released. Didn't get the best reviews, but they are always fun, always. And this one really defined the slasher genre. I mean, just the artwork alone from the cover is unbelievable.
It's iconic.
And seeing something like this in high grade 85, very nice, this thing is really, really cool, really scarce. Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. And to see a beta tape at that number in pre-bidding is really cool, because I think the beta tape record is already somewhere just around that, like 14,000 or 15, something like that, just under 20. Maybe it's just under 20 grand. But this is pre-bidding, still 7 days out from the auction. And it's already at 10 grand plus 25%. So 12.5. Pretty awesome. Pretty damn awesome.
It's a dope tape.
What you guys want to look at next?
Jaws.
Cheap.
We just want to go in order. See what we got.
whoop, they're all awesome. We can scroll to the bottom and we can start the worst ones. Doesn't matter. Jaws. All right. Well, this
Jaws.
could be the best Jaws on the planet. Well, not there. There is an earlier release. So this is the Jaws release that would have happened between 83 and 86. To have a wraparound copy of this, extremely rare. One in VGA like 70 or something like that. So really low grade. It had a huge chunk ripped out of it. I can't remember what it sold for in Comic Link. But it was, I think it was around $3,000 in extremely low grade. So this one is an extremely high grade. Heritage sold one that was also very nice, but not this nice. And I believe that sold for what, 32,000?
Yeah, that was an 8585.
That was at yeah.
Yep,
Like that.
32.5 or something.
You just beat him. You just barely beat him. This one just barely beat him. This tape is just awesome, and I mean it's just awesome. I mean it's Jaws.
Yeah.
Is there a better cover?
Is there a better cover? I like Jaws 2 cover more. I like the Jaws 2 cover more. I actually, one of my favorite tapes I own, thanks to Danny. He's my Jaws 2.
Look at that, Mikey. Look at that.
And the reason I like Jaws 2 more is because she's about to get eaten.
She's the guy.
Well, so still the other one, but this one's way more in your face.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, this is
that's a
awesome.
dear copy to me, Mikey. Now you look at you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Danny, I would open this up and watch it with you before I tell you.
Mikey, I don't think you can even fathom opening up tape. It's not something you could even consider.
I
Especially a tape like that.
I'm done. Here we go. Here we go. One day, Daddy. One day.
One day we'll open a grail together. It has to be a grail. It can't just be any tape.
Why a grail? Jesus.
A grail. One of his grail
one of a
personal
kind piece. We have to ruin it.
Yeah.
All right. Now this thing's just insane. First release Nightmare on Elm Street. Really, really awesome. This is probably it's arguably the most valuable item in this auction. There's two others that I think compare to it. Really three. I guess three others. 4 or 5 others. I don't know, dude. Bunch of this auction that could be actually the most expensive one. The Jaws could be the most expensive. The Halloween could be the most expensive. This one could be the most expensive. The Thing could be the most expensive. And I don't know, the Carry is nuts. And that one's only at $1,000 right now. But this tape is just beautiful. Full box, Nightmare on Elm Street. Great piece.
Just iconic, man.
Yeah, iconic. I mean, I've seen I can count on one hand the number of these I've seen. So, it's extremely rare. From 1985, it's awesome. Well, 1985, 1986 area, something like that. But yeah, that's the first release box. It's really, really damn cool.
I think that's the third I've seen.
Ooh.
The Thing, yes.
Oof.
Love that. Oof.
Now
That's the best sci-fi horror movie of all time, guys.
That's
so
a beautiful
again,
In my
John
opinion.
Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, theoretically, I mean, when we're talking about scarcity with VHS tapes, this is one that could be the only one that exists. There is only a very short time period that MCA was doing watermarks, the rainbow watermarks.
The rainbow, yeah.
The specific rainbow. They started doing them in 1982. It says that on them.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was released in 1982. So to get a tape with 1982 watermarks, this has to be like day of release. I mean,
Super.
this out
Super rare.
of this world.
It's definitely rare, yeah.
Mhm.
It's super rare. Ultra rare.
Two-tone, and it's awesome with the MCAT at the
With the
bottom.
MCAT, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's a beautiful piece.
It's funny the things you start nerding out about the colors of the MCAT. This thing is unbelievable. It is. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Again, another John Carpenter, super classic. One of his best. It's probably his second biggest movie is The Thing. Then Christine. Then probably Starman or something like that.
Starman was great too. Starman's
Starman
amazing.
was great. Yeah.
I love Starman.
Then there's also the one with the boys.
Which one?
It'll come to me.
Which
Everyone
one?
knows it. Everyone knows it.
The one with the boys?
Yeah, it follows a bunch of little kids, doing some stuff.
Oh, Children of the Corn? No.
No,
no,
that's
no,
like
no, no, no.
That's like
No, that's something else. I just like that.
No, not Outsiders.
Well, he also did
no, the Outsiders
Escape from New York.
Escape from New
What?
York.
When They
also.
Live, yeah.
He's Escape from New York.
We love that one too.
That's still not the one I'm thinking of, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. I told George to buy one once. It would come to me.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China. That's also a good one.
That's
Oh,
also
yeah.
that's a good one.
I love Big Trouble in Little China.
Is that
That's a
John
good
Carpenter?
one.
That's Carpenter, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I
Mhm.
did the second one. Very cool. Okay.
I was trying to look at his
IMDb.
to think of what you're.
It's
Yeah, but the thing is definitely for the horror community. This one is absolutely a must-have, and it's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like 1982. Like if you put it in the context of comic books, this is like golden age of VHS and
Oh yeah, dude.
extremely hard to get.
And if any of y'all get a chance, John Carpenter actually does live performances with an entire rock orchestra at like
What?
Really?
I've seen him live twice. He's
Oh, wow.
incredible.
Holy crap.
His
Wow.
movies play in the background with fire and electricity, and he's got an entire rock orchestra around him. And he's
Mikey-
there with, like he's got a big old belly, and it's like and he's ponytailed out, and he's
And where does he do this at, Mikey?
rocking. I saw him in Houston first,
Okay.
and this was I don't know maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and then the Halloween before COVID, I believe. I
Right.
saw him on Halloween Day at the Hollywood Palladium.
Got it.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
The Hollywood Palladium, right
Yep,
here.
on Halloween Day. On
Oh, wow,
Halloween
that's
Day.
dope. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool.
Another
Okay.
Halloween. Look at that.
And this
Later
was
release.
really special.
Yeah, later release.
And this one's
Yes.
hard to find.
So people, this tape looks like a tape that is already really scarce.
Mhm.
This one is particularly special though. And I'll show you kind of the difference if I still have it here. Being accepted off the grid. Darn. Okay, set it off the grid. But no big deal. Anyways. So those back watermarks, those media watermarks right there on the back, the oldish ones, that is the very first media watermark.
Really?
So, well, I mean, it's the first one. You fact check me. Fact check me. You can absolutely fact check me.
Well,
but
you mean the
fun.
gold? You mean the watermark
green-
itself, or the color? The color of it.
the color, the golden,
color.
golden, that angle, just like that. That spacing is, I believe, the first media watermark. And so this means that this is a real 1981 release of Halloween, because Halloween didn't change its box again till like 1988 or something.
Yeah.
Right. But also,
So
if you get
a lot of the ones you buy inside, the tape will say 1985 in there.
Mhm.
This one, though, different. And also, the box itself does look different. And you know what, Danny, you got this. You got this. You tell them.
the box looks a little creamier. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
it doesn't look as white because earlier boxes, usually the first releases were, especially if they were white boxes or if there had any white on them, you'd notice they're a little creamier than the later releases. So even if you got this box, Mikey, with still some of the creaminess on and the other watermarks, lined around the back, you'd still
This
be
one's
getting,
better.
you'd still be getting early.
Early.
You'd still be getting early. But
You
so.
always want the earliest.
But the box, this looks very, very early box. So this is a really great piece.
Like, this is always a fun thing to bring up, and I've shown people this a lot of times on this show. and it's very subtle.
The
But
Top
one
Guns.
of these is a slightly different color than the other.
Okay.
Put Mikey up in the corner so we can see him here. There we go.
There you go.
It's pretty hard to see on
Yeah.
here. You can see a little bit better in person. But this one right here is a little bit more washed out than this one.
Mhm.
And it has nothing to do with fading. They all have actually very similar color strikes.
Mhm.
They have the same color strikes. If anything, on the back, this one has a stronger color strike.
Mhm.
There's no fading whatsoever on these. This one's just the one with back paramount, while this one has side paramount. But they both have the
But
first release price.
First release.
There's a absolute color difference in them.
Right.
And I've seen this on tapes like Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller has a premiere one. Halloween has a premiere one.
Mikey, what is the bottom of those Top Guns? What tapes are in there?
One of them has a sticker, unfortunately.
The bottom of the tape. The bottom. Of the tape?
The bottom of the tape is a sticker.
So you can't see it.
Now.
You were not gonna know. Okay, got it.
Yeah, sorry. I can remove it. We want to spend the rest of this podcast.
Not right now.
Removing the sticker.
You don't want to tear that thing apart. What are you gonna do if you open up that Top Gun if that plastic just comes off?
All right.
Freak out.
Danny's gonna freak out.
No, Mikey would freak out.
So happy
to see the tape.
Yeah, he's gonna be so happy.
I'm like,
best episode ever for Danny.
So, Nightmare on Elm Street beta. Dun, dun, dun. First release, probably day of release. This thing was awesome. So, when Nightmare on Elm Street came out, I don't think people really liked it. I think it was, had low reception. Wasn't much of a hit, right, Danny?
Well, it had its following, but right, Pablo, for those that love horror. But obviously,
I'm gonna say this was a big movie right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
No, but
right
Pablo,
off the bat.
but Pablo, but it was big, but it wasn't considered like a hit at the time because
absolutely, it was the word of mouth.
It was word of mouth, and it sort of gained its audience because by the time Part 3 came out, Freddy Krueger had exploded. So the lines were at every movie theater you went to on opening night for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the lines were literally around the corner. And also by the time Part 2, so it sort of gained its momentum. By the time 3 was out, it had already exploded. But it was word of mouth.
But initially, it was ill-received, but received well by horror fans, obviously.
Yes, horror fans, but box office numbers, box office numbers were pretty low. But
it's very common for you to see this tape with a discount sticker on it, just like it did on the VHS tape. So that sticker could be added, just later on because they're trying to liquidate it. But this one was one that doesn't have a sticker, meaning it was being sold at full price, which is somewhere between $60 and $80, $60, $90, something like that.
Yeah, the first when this came out, it was $79.95. Yeah.
So $80. So
and
this is potentially a release first beta.
And then the 1995 sticker was like a year later when they lowered the price to put it out for the general market to have a copy of it.
Personally, I actually like this beta more than the Halloween beta. I've seen less of these. That being said, less is by it's 2 versus 3. So, it's not exactly the same thing. It's still the population's very, very low.
Do you think that the VHS tape or the beta is going to go for more?
Oh, the VHS tape for sure. I would pay more for the VHS tape.
But which one do you think is more rare?
The VHS tape.
You think? More rarer than the beta?
Well, this is 1985, and people were transitioning from VHS then. So this was during a period where they were releasing more betas. They hadn't stopped releasing betas to all video stores. So, but people didn't have Betamax players. So it would be much more common for these things to not get picked off of the shelves back then. In 1986 is when they started being like, okay, we're going to stop selling as many betas because VHS won. So there should absolutely be more of these in beta than in VHS.
Okay. Excellent. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, I can't wait to watch this one.
That thing's beautiful.
These watermarks.
Return of the Living Dead.
I can't believe you found one where the watermarks aren't rubbed off.
It's so cool.
1010 too. What?
Dude, what?
1010? Holy shit.
Okay, so this is the first release box of it. So I've never seen another hard shell case of this book. I mean of this case of this tape. Sorry, comic book head. I've never seen another hard shell, another clamshell of this one. It is insane.
Wow.
And 1010 immaculate epic quote IGS grade on both scales. This thing is legendary. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen, I've seen maybe 2 other just HBO Canon slipcases. So to find the clamshell, which is the real first release case.
Right.
I mean, good luck.
It's rare.
This thing is unbelievable and really, really cool. I think it's currently severe. I think this one has a lot of room to grow by the day of the auction, because I mean it's one of those tapes that's just so beloved, and it was a hit at the time, and got incredible reviews, and I mean people just loved it and still love it.
It's a good one. Pablo, do you love that one?
I love this movie. Yeah,
I love
it scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude.
You know, the tar man, they can just bite into your head. I mean, that scene was just like, thank you. Yeah, this one is a really, and the cover is amazing. So you got everything going in here for it.
Yeah, dude.
God, I would love to get my hands on that artwork.
And that's what I consider the golden age of horror stuff. If you get 81, 82, 83, and 84 horror movies, you get in the best of the best. I mean, obviously Halloween and Texas Chainsaw for the 70s, but 80s up to 84, you got the best of the best. And this is one of them.
Yeah, it's like Halloween and I would say Nightmare on Elm Street are classic slashers, but there's just something fucking punk rock about this movie.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
And he captures the 80s.
Punk rock zombies.
It is punk
so
rockish.
Fucking obvious.
The soundtrack is punk rockish. Yeah, it's
I love it.
And I saw this book this tape in person, and I couldn't see one thing wrong with it. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of dust.
That's incredible. 1010.
Yeah,
dude,
I've never seen that.
Beautiful.
Only
Epic.
two of this. Only
They
two of the
could have given
sixes
it
are
an
9.5.
They could have given it an 11.
It's got
Epic.
four 10s and 2 9.5s. That's
So that's like a
look at that.
that's like a
It's not a
9.9 for
black
comic
label
books.
yet. It's not a black label yet.
Amazing. I love that one. This might be my favorite one in this auction.
It's one of the absolute best.
It's dope.
Ooh, okay. Let's see this Gremlins.
Gremlins.
This thing is so
This is the
sick.
two-tone?
That thing's dope.
This is the two-tone, and I wish they had one more photo, which is a real bummer. Yeah.
Whoa.
Sticker, two-tone.
What's it missing?
WHB marking. It is Warner Brother Home Video. Is that?
Yeah.
Warner Brother Home Video. Yeah, right.
Warner Home Video. Yep. It is really cool. And this is actually the only first release Gremlins I've ever seen. And it's an immaculate conception. And I hate that sticker. But that's just me. That sticker is a part of history, and it really does show a lot. Like, I mean, it's
sure. What does it mean, Mikey? What does that sticker mean? Like
that's a Danny question. That one's a Danny.
The star sticker, it should have the price. There should be a little price tag under it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Sometimes it comes with a little price tag right underneath the star, but you can tear it out. It's just basically the star sticker means for someone special, own this piece for a special price. So the lower price was taken off at the bottom of it. So that's what basically they did that 85-ish, 86-ish. Around that, so you'd see it around a lot on the tapes around those years.
It's so cool,
but it's a cool sticker. It's iconic. I think it's it's an iconic sticker.
These watermarks are super crispy too.
Yeah,
two-tone tape. So the reason I said I wish there was one more photo is because on the side there's a variation. This might be, and someone should go check online. This might be the first slipcase movie that was released by Warner Brothers.
It is, yeah.
It's the first one.
It is, yes. To my knowledge and all the research I've done on Warner Brothers, we did like a whole episode on it. It's like
because it's in 1985.
Well, it's going to be this or the
85
Prince
slip
movie.
case.
Or no?
What'd you say?
It's this or the Prince movie.
Yeah, it's either this or Prince. I agree.
Yeah.
Prince might beat this.
Where
but this might beat Prince. I bet we could figure that out really quickly.
Yeah, they didn't do the big clamshell. They did the slipcase. So.
Yeah, those were definitely the. I mean, those are the only ones I can think of.
Purple Rain.
Yeah,
but the reason why I said
Mikey, when they first released them, they had no watermarks. Did you know that? You knew that, right?
Except in Canada. Except
when they first went slipcase, the Warner tapes didn't have any watermarks. It was just Warner plastic on it. When they first came out, Warner still didn't have any watermarks. I've got some Warner tapes.
That would be
a
unique thing to see, huh?
Yeah.
This is like,
So no, it's still
this is an 85 and a half.
No, it's cool, but
well, no, it's still the only one I've seen this early. I've only seen
right. No, it's still great because
with a silver sticker, period.
Well, the thing is, it's still a great copy. It's still an amazing copy, regardless. It's just that those kind of went to the video stores, that sort of thing. But still, I mean, they put watermarks literally just a few months after, so it's just within. It's really no biggie, but it's right in that
same
time slot. Yeah, it's still great. It's still great. It's two-tone. It's everything. So it's just.
I had to go back and look at my notes from when we did the Warner Brothers show, but Purple Rain was the first slip. And it had the silver sticker, but it didn't have watermarks.
Right. Yeah.
So this, I think,
Purple Rain does not have watermarks.
I think this is the first slip with watermarks.
So this could have been the start of Warner watermarks.
I mean, it could be. I mean, I remember seeing some Gremlins with no watermarks, and it was still plastic, like great Warner plastic on it. Because I have a European Vacation also with no watermarks, and that came out right around the same time. But here's the thing: it's all within that time. It doesn't matter because it's all so close.
Well, because also different factories, maybe some factories got the wrappings first.
It's also close. It's still great,
I guess the only way to do is find another one, which I've never seen.
Right? Yeah. No, and you probably won't because
I've never seen another one. But I want to say one more thing about that tape that makes it unique from the '86.
Yes.
On the side of it, there is no barcode.
Right.
So
exactly.
On the one that's the 1986, which has a few of those have sold on eBay. I think I've seen about 3 of those, and I only thought that the 86 existed. I never thought that the 85 was a thing until after I bought my 86 and bragged to everybody saying it was a first release, and then I was informed, I think by Danny, that I was sadly mistaken, and that I still got a good deal, but not the deal I wanted.
Right. But here's the thing: like any of those Warner tapes that you get with no barcode, it's still an incredible piece to have, regardless. I mean, this is the Gremlins with no barcode is incredible.
And the Gremlins with the barcode wraparound is incredible.
Yeah, of course it is.
It is such a rare tape.
Yeah,
I mean,
super rare. Yeah,
I think a Gremlins without the second release Gremlins, I can't remember what it sold for. This was probably 6 months ago. I think it sold for around $5,000 raw on eBay.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Maybe it sold for 6, somewhere in between there. I think it sold between 5 and 6.
I think it was 5, something like that. Yeah,
Mikey, I do remember. That's funny you mentioned that because I do remember you. I remember that whole episode you calling me about that Gremlins with the barcode. You were so excited, and he was like, "Look what I got, Danny! Look what I got!" And I was like, "Well, it's great, Dave, but
it's very good."
And you were like, "Danny, you're a dream killer. I hate you.
Just lie to me. Just keep lying to me."
But that was funny though. But it's not great. Listen,
I want to believe.
any Gremlins you get, it's great, man. I love that movie. So there's really, it's a masterpiece.
It is. The original cover art of it actually sold fairly recently, $130,000.
Wow.
At the prop store auction, and I actually think it sold a little cheap. I think it could have went for more. I didn't know anything about it until after it sold, and the thing is what they did with the cover art of it. So the one in Propstein, it doesn't look exactly like the Gremlins cover. It's Gizmo just in the box. But what they did is they spliced the creepy gremlin on top of the original painting. So it's still the original art. And I'm not even sure if that gremlin that's coming out of it is a real piece of art. It might just be, some slapped on puppet or something like that. And but yeah, that's why I think it sold for less than it should have, because people didn't know that original art was still the same original art used for that VHS cover and the thing that is most iconic to us, because it doesn't look like it, because it's missing the creepy gremlin coming out instead of just having little cute Gizmo's hand coming out of the box.
I was trying to visualize all that, Mikey, as you were describing it.
I hope I did okay. This out, first release, Ghostbusters, perfect for Halloween. They're going to keep you safe.
Of course.
So you can call, guys,
tape heads.
Nobody-
You're gonna call the tape heads for help with tapes.
You're supposed to say Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Well, when you need help with tapes, you got to call the tape heads. And right now, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, who are you gonna call?
Tape heads.
Tape heads.
I like Danny's answer better.
That's a good one.
I like his better too. But yeah, this thing's beautiful. This thing's
Who are you going to call when you
beautiful.
need help with tapes? Tape heads.
The last one of these Heritage sold was like 32,000, 32.5 also. Does that sound right?
Was it 32.5?
I think it was. Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was 20 something.
I think that was
I'm
the
not sure.
Hammer. We can do a little check.
Heritage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but that one was an 85 plus, and
That was an 85 plus. Yeah.
It was beautiful. This one, I haven't looked at it in person, so I can't vouch for. I can't vouch for it. Obviously, it looks gorgeous. 85 is still a great grade for VGA. I mean, that is. An 85 does not just translate to an 8.5 IGS. An 8.5 VGA is more likely probably a 9 IGS or something like that. And then an 85 plus, now we're looking at the 9.5 range. And now like the 90 is unheard of for VGA. And 95 and then 100, that's a Beckett Black Label then. Right?
It's a beautiful tape.
It sold for $23,750.
Ah, he got me.
That's what I was looking
He
at.
got me.
I thought it was 20 something. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's freaking beautiful.
It is. It is.
It's a beautiful tape. I love that one.
Mhm.
That one's so.
And
Honestly,
I love those watermarks on the back.
I think the buyer of that one got a really good deal.
Guys, somebody
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Mhm.
Somebody asked a question. Is it better to send VHS tapes to IGS or VGA?
How quickly are you trying to sell them, or are you trying to sell them?
It's Francisco. Well, what do you think, Mikey? Like, it's
Well,
like
no, that's
quality.
you know the answer. There's more.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
a good question.
Are you
Well,
trying to sell them right now? Are you trying to sell them quickly? Are you just trying to protect them? Are you just trying to figure out if what you have is authentic?
Yeah, that's a good.
I need to know your motive.
Let's say if you want to send it to Heritage the next Heritage auction.
If you want to send it to Heritage for auction to get the best value you can, I would recommend VGA because it's already an established company that backs up everything they grade as authentic. They are veterans. They have been in the hobby. In many hobbies for decades now. They were the first to grade video games. I believe they were the first to grade action figures, and they jumped into VHS very quickly. And they have been leaders in this. VGA is an extremely awesome and well-run company, but there is an influx. And the problem with VGA is that there is so many submissions there. And because they will grade just about anything of any size, they have to build their cases in their warehouse. So it takes more time for each item to be graded. And if time is something you don't have, then I would recommend giving it to IGS, because IGS can be really quick. If you just want it to be protected, then either one works. It's just whichever one you think is more eye appealing. I personally am a bigger fan of the VGA design. I think it's sleeker. It's more fit, less square. So I prefer it personally. But IGS, they do have like this cool little display thing you can buy that you can slip your thing into, and it actually makes the tape look kind of cool.
So Mikey. So all the heritage auction is VGA or IGS. There is no other company over there right now.
Correct.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. I
mean,
but VGA is a nice case. What do you guys like? I mean, from all your tapes, what do you guys?
No, I like
aesthetically.
VGA. Yeah, I like
cool,
VGA.
Right?
No. See,
what is that?
Hand. This is the Edward Scissorhand preview.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good one, Mikey.
They're making a nice little stand. I've never seen another one of these. This thing is
beautiful.
That's cool.
So IGS makes this cool little stand. I think
that's really dope.
Them for like $15 on their eBay account. You can probably buy them directly from IGS also. Like they're awesome. But yeah, it does. It really does. It makes the IGS case look a lot better. So if you're looking for just a mantelpiece, then I don't know. This is kind of cool. But personally, for me, I think the VGA case is a lot more practical. It definitely is much sturdier. Won't crack as easy. The acrylic or plastic, whatever they use for it, is fused very well. And I don't know. I think it's just a sleeker design. I like it more. That's my opinion. But if you want a mantelpiece, this does look cool. I gotta say, this does look cool.
Let's see what else we could run through here. Chopping Mall, that one was cool. We talked about that. I couldn't believe that at first glance, I didn't see that it said it was autographed.
So this is autographed by the artist that made Chopping Mall. And this is actually the artist's personal copy.
Nice.
So he owned this. This is his personal copy given to him by the studio that he sold. And it's incredible. Or he's now selling. And it is just, it's beautiful. It's so cool. And his name's Corey Wolf. And he's probably the most famous artist you've never heard of. Because he's done so much work for Disney you wouldn't believe. Like, he did arguably the most famous image of Mickey ever done.
Holy crap.
This is Corey Wolf.
Oh, wow.
Corey Wolf did this. Corey Wolf signed it. Has it signed right here.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
Yeah. I got this.
I had no idea. That's dope.
Yeah, he gifted this.
Fantasia.
Super
That's cool, Mikey. That's cool. And that's such a cool little movie, too. Fantasia. I love it.
But yeah. And this one is immaculate. He's a conditioned nut also, just like we are. And so he was searching to find a clamshell with no tears and finally found one and then signed it, gave it to me. I really thanked him for that.
Nice, dude.
Really cool. But yeah, dude, Chopping Mall is one of the top horror movies. And, a lot of people haven't heard of it because it's a cult classic, but it is so cool. It's like these people running around in a mall getting murdered by these robot laser zombie things. It is insane. It is an insane movie.
Pablo, do you like Chopping Mall?
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I mean, it has very, very creative kills. And the concept of the robots taking, guarding the mall and then going berserk. I mean, that could happen to us for real in the future. That's what I like about it.
Any day now.
That could happen any day.
No, and this one has the lightning sticker on it. Some of them have Vestron watermarks, so this one's earlier because it has the light.
Nice.
And I mean, it's an awesome tape. And So Pablo, what does this tape usually sell for? Just open.
Open $120, $150.
Mm-hmm. And you know, basically all the other tapes that we're saying, like the Jaws that would be wraparound open. That's probably what, $50 tops.
Yeah, I would tell you this.
I bought a black box Jaws that was open for $75.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
no, this is expensive open, so seal is gonna be insane.
Insane. So I'm really excited, because it's directly out of his collection. He's the one selling it.
It's signed by the artist. I mean,
that's dope.
By him.
That is
another fun little thing about it is the woman in the bag right there. That was his wife at the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
He modeled it after her. He's a really cool guy. He's done so much work. He did some movie posters for the Reanimator, a ton of stuff for Disney. You just look him up. CoreyWolf.com, I'm pretty sure, is all it is. And he has so many great pieces. He did the cover to Ruthless People.
Oh, I love Ruthless People. He did that one too. Ruthless.
Yeah, he did that one. He did the cover to Ruthless
Wow, dude, I love Ruthless.
Yeah,
People.
and he's done. I mean, he's just done so much great work. And so when I was like, "Why haven't I heard of you?" Oh, it's because you sold your soul to Disney. That's because Disney keeps everything.
You have no name now. You are Disney. We are one.
You are Disney.
Mikey, did he do a lot of the covers for a lot of those early Touchstone movies, like Ruthless People and all those other movies that were coming out right around the same time?
You can check his website.
Yeah, we'll check it.
You can check his website, and I just want you to be surprised. That's why I can't answer that.
Got it.
Then you got the first release Halloween 2 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first release box.
Yeah,
but this is really cool. Right? I've never seen another one of these this early. I've never seen a wraparound copy of this. Mm-hmm. And this one is a wraparound. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
So if you zoom in, and I've never seen
is it a wraparound?
Before,
right there.
There's a red MCA. That's really cool. And it does say MCAT at the bottom. So we know for a fact that it is earlier than 1986. So it would be a wraparound copy. Even though it only has one watermark on it. It has this really, really unique watermark. I've never seen that before. And Danny, have you ever seen that before? You've been in this for...
you know, Mikey, I've seen it, but I've never seen it on a Halloween like this before. No, I have not. But I've seen it on like other. It's not common at all. No. So, I mean, I've seen of this print, and this is like obviously hard now to see it, but I have seen like the MCA watermark, the wraparound of this. And I've also seen the rainbow, but it's been a long time. Yeah, but a long time ago. I'm talking.
But it might be open now. It might be open now. Probably is open now.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm talking about like going to the stores. Like when I was a kid and stuff like that. But it's been a bit since I've seen it. But it's a beautiful cover. I mean, it's Halloween too, dude. It's
beautiful is an understatement. It is. That tape is one of my absolute favorites in this entire auction. I like this more than the Halloween beta. This I think is cooler than that.
Yeah.
This is really a spectacular piece.
And we like the MC, like you said at the bottom. That's important, right, Mikey?
I do. This is one of my. I haven't put together a top 10 list of my favorite ones in the auction, but this one is definitely going to make the cut of that. This thing is really cool.
Pablo, what do you think, Pablo?
I love the cover. I mean, originally the idea was just to do Halloween as a one-time thing. And then it was so successful that they decided to do Halloween 2, and I think it's a solid movie. I mean, it's iconic cover, so definitely this is a must-have for the horror collector.
Yeah,
must.
It's a must-have for sure.
It's a must-have. It's one of the best horror covers for sure.
And I've never seen another.
Yeah, I haven't seen another wraparound.
And Danny's only seen others that are more than likely open at this point.
More than likely, yeah. Unless I have one in my collection that's open at the bottom.
Then it's 100% open.
It's definitely open, yeah.
It's definitely open.
But Mikey,
open.
But I have gotten you some cool tapes that I held on for a long time closed. I never thought I'd let them go, but they went. But
I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
That Jaws would have ended up open if you had come around. God. That Jaws 2, I got you.
That's why.
Do you have another one, Danny?
From you to save it.
I do not. But Mikey, that would have ended up open for sure at some point.
Oh my God.
So this tape is particularly cool this month because of a fun fact that I did learn. This is the absolute first release, day of release of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It is an exceptional grade. It has a sticker on it showing that it's advertising this new type of cool thing that's key. That tape that improves, I don't know, something.
That's key. That's key.
But it's key and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's key.
And is that what tells us it's day of release?
Yeah.
Well, it's something that they were when they were promoting the JVC tapes. A lot of the media was a lot of media releases at the time, especially when they were coming out to video stores, because obviously the tape was everything at that time. You wanted to make sure you got a quality tape that, like a lot of the others. So it was something that they would do, kind of like how they did with Ghostbusters, how they said recorded on TDK. A lot of the Ghostbusters have that on the back too. This was something that media did for a lot of their first releases too, with the JVCs, promoting JVC at the time. So if you see any media with that Mikey, I mean, that's why this Nightmare on Elm Street is so beautiful, because it has the original JVC on it, which is original street day release, which is beautiful. It's incredible. And the watermarks on the back, stunning too. So,
I've seen 3 full box copies of this tape. I own 2 of the ones with the JVC, and I weighed them. They weigh the exact same, and they weigh
exactly the same. Yeah,
and they weigh different from the one that, and the other
the
one.
Later one, yeah.
The other one also has watermarks on the front versus watermarks on the back.
Yeah, no.
But I did say there's a fun fact about this movie that is relevant to this month. So this month is LGBTQ plus History Month, and Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is actually it's like a gay classic. It was done as actually like purposefully as a kind of rebel against bigotry.
It
was really cool. It has a lot of messaging.
Homoerotic.
Just read up about it. It's really cool. It's a really cool piece of history. When I learned about this, I was shocked, because right now Heritage is doing an LGBTQ history charity auction where some of the proceeds are going to an organization that helps aspiring comic artists. So really cool. The guy who was putting the auction together, he had 2 requests for me. He was like, I want a Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and I want a Rocky Mountain Horror. And I was like, you got it. I was like, a Rocky Picture Horror Show. And I was like, you got it. I got you. And, so in that auction, which is ending in 3 days, there's a second release copy of it. And that one's at $700 and something. And this one is the first release copy. So it has a really cool piece of history. And I don't know, it's cool when there's these little tidbits.
Yeah, of course, because when you watch it back,
when it was like so not like, it was so scary then. We're talking about the 80s, and there's the AIDS epidemic and this and that, and it's spooky. It scared so many people, and it caused a lot of just unrest and hatred in the world. And this guy had the balls to release this movie. It's so cool. It's so cool that he did that, and show off, like, hey, F the establishment. I'm gonna release a horror movie that everyone's gonna love, and they're not even gonna realize that it's gay. And that's exactly what happened. It was so cool. It was so cool of them.
Everybody now has to watch this movie so you can get all the. You'll see it with different eyes now when you play it back. Yeah. Everyone's homework this week. We all need to watch Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's a great one though. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's beautiful.
Jaws 2 beta.
Jaws 2 beta. So
There
that's
you go.
the first release box, but it has side watermarks.
It's Canadian, no?
It is a gorgeous copy. I'm not sure what that sticker means.
The sticker means, Mikey. That's let's zoom in on it. Maya, por favor. Oh, it's a special price sticker. It means it was, you're still getting a great tape at a lowered price. That's what that sticker means. It's kind of like the Canadian.
Thank you for that, Danny. We would have never figured it out without you.
But that's what that
is not technically a first release tape on the inside.
But it's great, though. It's great. It's
still and
beautiful.
It's Canadian.
It's what?
And it's Canadian.
It's Canadian, yeah. So that was the Canadian sticker for MCA that they put on their tapes. Yeah. It's great. It's great tape.
So yeah, keep that in mind when you're bidding. It is Canadian. I don't know if that's a problem or not because Ninja Turtles, the Canadian one, sells for substantially more than the US one.
Can we zoom into the watermarks, Maya? Let's see those watermarks up close. The Canada,
they say
MCA.
Canada right underneath them. I don't know. It's
MCA
cool.
Canada. No, it's cool. It's still a cool tape. I mean, it's hey. I mean,
this on the bottom too, right? The C.
Yeah,
that's Canada.
MCA,
That's Canada.
MCA, VTR, yeah.
Okay.
That's a cool one.
That's a cool one, yeah.
Yet another Nightmare on Elm Street.
And that's the second release, and it's already at $3,000 plus 25% buyer's premium. I mean, the last one, Heritage, sold for $8,400, I believe is the number. Tell me I'm wrong, Chris. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not sure actually.
I think it's $8,400. I think it's $8,400.
I'll check now.
Look at that cover, guys. This is one of the most iconic horror covers of all time.
Yes.
That's another thing that you have to take into consideration.
So this is going to be the much more affordable version of the one with the sticker. So this is like your opportunity to get one for under 5 figures. The other one, you're not getting that thing for under 5 figures. That thing is
$8,437.50.
Oh, so it's already over it.
It's already over it. Okay.
It's already over it, including the buyer's premium.
And it was IGS
premium.
8575. So pretty similar.
So yep, pretty similar.
Yeah, it's similar. What's the seal grade on the new one? 85. So
I would say this one I would guess is a nicer copy just because
it sounds like it's slightly nicer.
It's higher, and a 7.5 can have a lot of issues. Can you zoom in on the subgrades? Corner edges.
Look at that corner tear right there to the top right.
That doesn't average right. That should be an 8. The average is right. That should be an 8.
This looks messed up.
But they did their math wrong. That should be an 8. That's 2 8s and a 7.5.
Well, it's 23.5. I guess if it doesn't reach 24, it's not an 8.
Ones. They round up on
Do they round?
They just pick and choose which they round up on. I don't know.
It makes sense. Yeah, it should. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. So.
But yeah, cool. That's a cool one.
Grand.
And I like the black.
Cool. Love that one.
That's a good price for a second release, $8,500.
Yeah.
So that first release should end. What do you think? At least $20K?
Oh yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, easily.
Gotta
30, 40K.
It could go for anything. That thing is really.
So
really...
I'm excited to see what this one goes for because it is open and also
cool.
Which one's that one? Oh, the
Black
so
Devil
here's the
Doll
thing.
from Hell.
Do you think that people who are horror fans
Mikey's reaction
will buy into this? Like I just feel like the people who collect horror tapes specifically and nothing else, and the people who collect sealed VHS of their favorite movies, graded, are completely two separate camps. So are the people who are buying sealed graded tapes for collection purposes going to know what this is?
Well, because this one's so iconic, and it is such a speculative market, and people do know that, this one is one of the special ones, and it has always been valuable. This thing has been worth $2,000 for a decade. Right, Pablo? like for like a decade.
No, definitely. This is in the horror community. This is always the top 3, top 5.
It is an absolute grail, and it very low print run. I don't believe they were ever sealed, and if they were, good luck finding them. I don't know how many copies were printed. Very, very few. I was just checking Wikipedia. I believe the movie's the movie came out in 1984. And
that's the first. That's the director's first film, Chester Turner.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, the artwork.
This one, it's not encapsulated, is it?
No,
it's unencapsulated. It's raw. And
I wish they would have put a picture of the tape.
A picture of the tape would have been nice.
I want to see the tape.
We'll talk to Jay about that. But the thing is and the tape is gorgeous, by the way, on the inside. All the labeling and everything. It's fantastic.
Nice.
But back to Maya's question from earlier, how are people going to relate to this? Well, in comic books, it happened. People who bought just superheroes and all of that ended up getting into obscure superheroes and then real-time horror books and beheading. And they started buying books no longer because of the stories on the inside, but because of how beautiful the cover art was, because it's a mantelpiece. And that's what they want to see, is that. And the artwork and the story around this movie and just the history is, I don't know, it's awesome.
Well, this is, and also besides this, is iconic because this is the director that also directed Tales from the Quadet Zone.
Oh wow!
So this is the first movie he directed in 1984, and then 3 years later he did the holy grail for the horror community is Tales from the Quadet Zone. So if you're getting in comparison, like this is like Action Comics #1 will be Tales from the Quadet Zone, and this is Detective Comics 27. Like these are the ones that the horror community absolutely loves, and they want to get like the top horror films to get.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been looking for Tales from the Quadet Zone for my entire.
Yeah. Good luck, Mikey. Good luck. There's a handful.
I haven't found one person willing to sell it.
So you've seen them though.
Contact. Oh, I've seen them.
You've come across them.
A couple. I missed one on eBay. I missed one on eBay.
What did it sell for?
It was. I believe it was buy it now at $2,000 and it sold like that. It sold immediately. Something like that.
By the way, if you want to go to see another copy, go to Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut.
Teen Wolf. Look, Teen Wolf.
They have a copy right there in the Yale University library, Mikey. Yeah, if you go to New Haven, they have the Black Devil doll and they have Tales from the Quadet Zone, original copies for this place.
Behind the glass case.
They have it in a glass case,
I was gonna say it's not for anybody to just.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah. Now I'm sure people are thinking, hey, let's go to Connecticut.
As we near our hour mark here, let me ask you guys each, what is your favorite tape in this auction, and which one do you think is going to sell for the most? And I will start with you, Pablo. Go down the list.
That's a good question. For me, like I said, I definitely have a soft spot for Gremlins and The Thing. You know, I love growing up. Like I said, I was 1985. Gremlins is a special for me. So definitely I would say Gremlins. And then The Thing is because this is the best monster horror movie of all time, in my opinion. So I will take those two.
Okay.
What do you think, Chris?
You don't want to ask me. I'm gonna be biased. That Jaws, man.
Jaws.
No.
That's amazing tape too.
What is?
I mean, that's great. I have no idea, honestly.
I can't.
But if you had to pick one, Chris, what would you do?
Except for the Jaws,
man.
Other than the Jaws.
You know, I'm gonna say that Halloween beta or the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from the Jaws.
Yeah.
There's the top 3 right there.
What about you, Maya? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Chris. No,
you're good. You're good.
All right,
I'm gonna ask Danny first. What do you think, Danny?
Maya, ladies first. You go first.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
Yes.
So
you're dressed very elegantly today, Maya.
Yes,
Maya.
Thank you. It's a little piratey.
I can't.
You look very good. You look very nice.
Yeah.
I like this time of year because I can wear the fruity stuff from my closet, and people are just like, "Oh, it's just a part of a costume," and I'm like, "What you don't know is that I wear pirate hats in July, so it's really fun." This one is one of my favorites for sure. I love this cover. I feel like this guy's like my future ex-husband. Right?
Now, does he divorce you or do you divorce him?
Yeah.
Clearly, he divorces me. Let's not play games.
That's a good call, Maya.
Likes horror more. Likes horror.
Okay, so that one's probably my favorite, and Killer Clowns maybe second.
Yeah,
tied with Texas Chainsaw Massacre for sure.
Nice.
I think I may like the 80s cover more than I like the original cover. I don't know. I go back and forth debating it all the time. Yeah, more than the Wizard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm kind of with you on that. I like this cover better than the OG for some reason. I love this. I don't love the movie, but
I love this cover. It's so artistic.
This cover is dope. It's really well done. Yeah. Yeah.
I love his business suit too. Like, who taught you to dress so classy?
He's ready to go to work.
It's just work for him. That's all.
Like,
it's work.
But listen,
another day at work.
Well, it's
what do you do? You just like he does like taxidermy or something. Like, what is your profession, sir? I don't understand.
I
wear a suit too when I use a chainsaw.
Yeah,
normal.
In what world?
It's a normal thing.
So
dude,
I love it.
Hey,
I love it.
You live,
and
Chris,
I think
you live in Miami.
Yeah,
Dexterland.
I think on the Wizard cover, he's got like a rubber apron or something on. It makes way more sense.
If you scroll down, there's an open one in this auction.
Oh yeah.
It's an open original Wizard release.
Oh no, he's got it on. Same outfit.
There you go.
Yeah, you got a hanging girl in. I mean, it's still sick. You got a girl in bondage hanging. That's what comic guys love.
Oh yeah, they do. Why is that a thing? That is a thing with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably. Oh god, I forgot this Frankenstein too. But you know what? This
the Frankenstein's dope. That's a beautiful one.
Not my favorite one.
The Thing is probably my favorite on there.
That's a beautiful one right there.
No
and you know what? That's cool. No watermarks.
No watermarks on that one. But
that's OG first release Frankenstein before MCA was putting watermarks on their tapes. And
yeah,
that
so
is the
Danny,
one to have.
Let me ask you, Danny, real quick. So how do you know? Like you have to look at the seal up close, right? That's the only way.
Well, you know, with those, it's very specific, and it's a one-way street. You know, once you have that copy in your hands, you feel you just know. You know, there's certain things you look for. But definitely the plastic. The plastic is key for those. And MCA was very specific with the kind of plastic they used at the time. So, you know, it's you really can't you really just know. You know, once it's in your hand, and you also there's a certain way the light hits the plastic too that you can kind of tell under light too. It's important too for MCAs.
Dude, there's so many good movies.
I know.
There's so many good ones.
I didn't even get to the Stephen King's. I love this cover.
Every day.
Sorry, guys. Somebody said regarding the Texas Chainsaw, Scott said, "Dress for the job you want, not the job you have." So very good, Scott.
That's funny. That's nice,
Scott.
That's funny.
That's funny.
No, Scott, I love that.
That's
nice,
funny.
Scott.
It's beautiful.
Scott Swanson.
That's funny.
I love that. All right, so what do you think, Danny?
I'm excited about I want to see how well they're going to do. Obviously, the Halloween beta, I think it's so beautiful. That's such a rare piece. So I really want to see how that's going to do. Another one would be obviously because I love The Thing. You know, I want to see how that one's going to do too. I'm excited about that one. And then there's another one, Teen Wolf, right? Mikey, we know how rare Teen Wolf is.
A beta sold on eBay for like $4,000 or $5,000.
Right, and that Teen Wolf VHS is so rare. So I'm excited to see how this is going to do. The Teen Wolf.
I've never seen another Paramount.
I've
never heard of another one.
Right.
I even asked Colt VHS if he had one.
He doesn't.
But anyway, so this Teen Wolf, I do love Teen Wolf. I'm a huge Teen Wolf fan. So, and obviously, when you see a copy like that, that's so rare and so hard to get with the Paramount back watermarks. So yeah, that's one that I'm really psyched about.
It is incredible.
It's a really cool one.
Barely, because I've seen this tape in person, and it is way prettier than a set. I don't get why it's set.
What were we gonna say?
Should I even ask you, Mikey, what your favorite tape in this?
Oh yeah, Mikey. Let's see, Mikey.
Did I
how
even ask?
about I just say some ones that didn't get talked about that I think really should.
Fright Night.
Killer Clowns.
Fright Night.
Fright Night.
Fright Night.
Fright Night's an all-time classic. But I mean, I think there's ones that even beat Fright Night in here. Like, I mean, Cat People, that's one of the very few NCA rainbows I've ever seen in Fear for VHS.
That's gorgeous.
That's the only one I've seen.
Gorgeous piece.
Racers, an all-time classic. But again, like still, Alien right there. That is extremely special. That is the first release, and it's a UK edition. But that is the first release of Alien beta. I've never seen anyone other that early. It's incredible. Chud 2 is sick. Carrie.
Carrie. I love Carrie.
That Carrie's wild.
Disgustingly low right now. $1,000 for Carrie. This tape should be this should be a 5-figure tape. No problem. And if it's not, I'll be very happy because
no watermarks. No watermarks.
No watermarks on that.
No watermarks on that.
They started doing the watermarks in '81, and I think Carrie was probably like the last tape just before they started putting the magnet watermarks on.
We were just talking about this too. Didn't one of these just sell on eBay for like 3 times as much as what the bid this is at?
2,500.
Oh, 2,500.
Yeah.
No,
on eBay
today so far.
7 days.
No, this one's gonna go for much more.
Toxic Avenger.
Dude, I love Toxic Avenger.
Is that the lightning video one? Yeah, right. Yeah, it is.
A taxi.
And then of course they've got the Reanimator. That's the good one. That's the one you want.
With the Vestron watermarks.
Vestron, yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, the Howling.
Howling.
That's so damn cool.
Dude.
There's so many though.
But not the first release though.
That's not.
No,
the Howling.
The first
No.
release is a big box, I believe. I don't know if there's a magnet.
Of what? The Howling?
There is a
I thought it was the black and white. Right?
There is a black box of the Howling.
There's a Fox big box.
There is a that's
20th Century Fox big box.
Oh, there is a 20th Century.
There is a big box.
I've seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen one, and then there's also the black and white one. No, like Blade Runner.
I believe you. I totally believe you. The Creep.
Night of the Creeps. That's a classic.
Yeah, all of those great. Oh, an 85 plus 2 for it. So an immaculate condition. That thing is gorgeous. That's gonna be hard to find in gray.
This one.
Oh, Video Death. It is in rough shape, but this is one of those tapes. I mean, Pablo, what's this sell for open?
Probably $150, $140,
easy
all day.
This is one of the. I mean, this is a lot of people's of the the cult classic favorites. This is.
I've had more Frankenhookers in my hand than Video Deads.
And
it's so rare.
So cool.
It's not necessarily that rare, but again, it's all also think about this, guys. It's about desirability, like the demand for this tape. Everybody wants video there in their collection. So and the same for Frankenhookers. So this one is not about it's so rare, but it's such an amazing, striking cover. Like I said, it's and the iconic moment when you see it on the TV for the first time on VHS when that zombie comes out of the TV. I mean, it's crazy.
And it's like it was a well-received movie, right? Like it got good reviews too.
This TV though.
Yeah, I mean that represents the 80s right there for you, Maya.
Yeah,
I love it so much. You know what's funny too is when I was a kid, probably like I don't know, 10 or 11 years old. It was when Comcast on demand was a big thing. Like you could watch movies on demand, like right now. And this movie was on there, and it was like one of the first I don't know, like horror comedies I ever watched. And like the legs are spinning around the washing machine. I don't know. I just always remembered it was one of my favorites. Yeah. It took me forever to find it though, because it was one of those things. Like I watched it as a kid, and then as an adult, I'm like trying to describe it to the one other person that watched it with me, and they're like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." No.
Yeah. George says that video that is just freaking amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And then Poltergeist. Oh, incredible! And it's so hard to get the edition because of being an MGM.
So, Mikey, let me ask you. So, is that when you had the sticker on the side versus the sticker, that blue sticker on the bottom? What's the difference?
You want it on the bottom.
You want it on the bottom?
You want it
on the bottom.
That would be second release. That's second release.
That's later.
But isn't that almost at the same time?
Slightly different. There's a slightly different thing to the box on the side for the first release box. Right. It doesn't have some other component inside of the tape. Oh, the stuff is awesome.
Love the stuff.
And the Teen Wolf next to it. That is extremely scary. I think that's the only one of those that 13 from the Golden Collection. It is really, really cool. I mean, these are all
so. Oh, I love Friday
so
13 Part 4. I love the Friday 13. That's my favorite from the series for sure.
I think that one has back watermarks.
That's my favorite.
Oh, it does.
Friday
Nice.
13.
Let's see the back of that one.
Is this a beta? Oh, yeah, it is. It's a beta.
Oh, cool.
First release, yeah.
Great.
Nice. Let's zoom into that.
Really great one.
Wow.
And this is
that's a nice one.
Corey Feldman is on this film, guys, for the Corey Feldman fans.
That's a good one.
But yeah, this is a great movie, man, for sure.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Nice.
Scroll through quickly here. What else we have? This one's wicked.
Yes.
It's the cover you want.
This one's Canadian, but it's really
Canadian.
Cool. Promo copy of it. I would actually click on it.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Actually last week when we talked about this.
Because I've seen these before, but I've never seen another one that was a screener copy of this. Plus, it also is no recycling symbol on the back.
That's big.
So already
it's
rare enough to get
Canadian watermarks, yeah. Those are nice watermarks. I love those.
This thing is so cool.
Yeah,
and I really do. I think those Canadian watermarks look cool.
I think Canadian.
They are.
Warner Brother Canadian.
I love those watermarks. Yeah,
I think they're cool. Yeah.
You know what I just realized? This picture of this guy when they remade it, they nailed this guy. Like the guy they got to play him looks just like that guy, identical. That's great. Anyway, this one too. I love this.
Of course, Shining, iconic. Yeah. Love The Shining.
Which again, like not a first print because they were originally clams, but it's like
clamshells. Yeah.
If you're gonna get the slip, this is the one you want.
Does that one have the silver sticker at the bottom, Maya? Can we see
that? I don't think so. I don't think it should.
That one will never have the silver sticker in theory because there was another slipcase that came before this.
The prior one before that would have
something like that.
The white box,
that one's extremely scarce. I've never seen one before.
But I was asking because you know how sometimes they kind of
sometimes that's why I said in theory.
That's why I said let's just see if it does because it could. It's possible, but yeah, the other box would have it.
Lost Boys. That's first release. Lost Boys. It's not wraparound, unfortunately, but still, it's the. I mean, everyone.
Lost Boys. We do love Lost Boys. Yeah.
Hitcher, great classic. Blood Diner. I know that's the horror guys love that thing. Cool artwork.
That's a crazy movie. That's a wacky movie.
I love that.
Evil Dead 2. That's first release.
That is so rare. I've never seen another one of that. That thing's so.
That
cool.
should be much higher. That's super cheap
right now. I
completely
agree. Same thing with House. I mean, that's a classic.
Friday Night 2 also really
Friday
cheap.
Night 2. Yeah, Swamp Thing for all our comic guys.
Dude, I'm excited about this
Swamp Thing.
That Swamp Thing's so sick.
Oh, that thing's so cool. So
I have no idea what this is. I've yet to watch it yet, but I bought a copy of it to watch just because of this. Wait for it. Aha! Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. Nice.
That's why I bought it.
Cool. He's so cool.
I love him.
Let's look at the Swamp. Let's look at that Swamp Thing. It looks cool. Let's look at it.
That's another one. Not the first print though, right?
Let's see the back.
And also it's not the first box either. It's the second
box.
Yeah, it's the second box. Okay, yeah.
But Nelson watermarks too.
Nelson watermarks.
Yeah, okay, so this is later. It's still dope. Yeah.
But
it's an amazing cover. It's an amazing cover.
Finding it in that box is
88-ish, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's wicked. You just gotta know what you're getting.
It's wicked.
The faded white box is beautiful too.
I mean, Swamp Thing's gotta eventually come back. I mean, he's the man. Swamp Thing is the man.
Yep. We saw Man Thing. So
Swamp Thing is a romance.
We just saw Man Thing.
Yeah, we just saw Man Thing, and
I was curious the other day. I was like, who ripped off who? I think Swamp Thing was ripped off of Man Thing. It's just a little bit earlier. If you go back up one more, you'll see Piranha 2, which is I believe James Cameron's first movie.
That's a beautiful tape.
It's either James Cameron or Steven Spielberg. It's his first movie.
It's James Cameron.
James Cameron. James Cameron.
Ever directed is Piranha 2. So that's a
dope
cool
tape.
Piece. Really cool piece.
Really
and Slumber Party Massacre too. That's fun.
This is like my favorite cover.
It's so cool.
Okay, Mikey, George is asking if that 555 is sealed.
Yes, that 555 is sealed.
It is sealed. Okay.
But this is not the first release of 555, to clarify. There is another one that is. This is extremely rare and very hard to come by. So this is a really awesome piece. But there is a 555 that sells open for $500 plus. Last one I saw, it was faded and it sold for over $500. So this is not the same copy as that one. But it is still extreme. Like, I've still never seen another one of this. I can't tell you the price difference between those. Oh, The Dead Alive. This is really awesome. And they just finally changed this because they had to put it backwards because it's one of the preview tapes. And Heritage had this one up at first. And no one knew what Extreme Justice was. And then they just switched it to the back. So now people know that it's this classic Dead Alive movie, which is so famous. So, I mean, right now it looks like that it's low. No, this thing's going to climb high for sure. This is going to add a 0 at least.
Wicked. Pablo, don't make fun of me.
That's Maya's favorite word, everybody.
I can't help it. It just comes out.
Wicked.
It's wicked.
All right, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, nice.
There's a ton.
Well, that's
it.
Great batch, Mikey.
Yes.
Dude,
amazing.
Great
Well done,
lineup, incredible lineup of tapes.
And I guess what I think will sell the highest, I mean, it's got to be between 3 different tapes. And it's the Halloween, The Thing, and The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, those 3 are. Yeah, those are tops.
Sell the highest.
They're going to be battling it out. But if you were to pick Mikey, one of those 3, which one would you think would be the one?
I want The Thing more.
The Thing, okay.
I want The Thing more. And then I think trailing right behind them deserves to be the Jaws and the Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie's still low.
Carrie's still so low.
So cool. I would actually rather have the Carrie over the other 2 I just said.
But I love the Halloween beta though. It's so rare. That one's so beautiful.
It's rare, but I mean I still have seen some others. Not that
You know what it is for me? The Halloween, I don't like that the yellow and blue, like the classic media box.
The OG cover.
It just distracts from the artwork for me.
Right. Yeah.
It's cool historically, but
is that it's paralleled with the sports collectors as the Honus Wagner of VHS because of its rarity. It is literally, it's been coined that. That's not my quote. And so that is the tape that a lot of sports collectors are going after. And because they understand the rarity and the significance of Halloween. So it would not surprise me at all if that Halloween was the most expensive item in this auction. And it personally wouldn't be the one I would pay the most for, but that I'm wrong all the time. And if there's enough demand, even though there's more supply, that's what really matters is the demand over it. And if every sports guy needs one of these and only 10 exist top, then I mean, they're going to go to the moon. I mean, that's what's so cool about this hobby is the rarity effect.
The rarity of the tapes.
That's an early stage. I mean, it was a total time in history that changed when VHS beta at-home video was released.
It came out, right?
Everything changed. People were finally able to watch whatever they wanted at their home and, not have to wait to go to the movie theater. And they could socialize with their friends at their house, have a barbecue, and watch a movie. The problem was they were too expensive. So people had to rent the players. People had to rent the tapes. They were all being opened by the stores.
Or fight with your parents to buy you a copy.
Or steal them.
Personal experience.
Or fight with your parents and spend $60 on a copy on a daily basis. One of those.
One of those too. But that's the really cool thing. Even video games, like they might not be here if it weren't for VHS.
Right.
Because that's what propelled a lot of the at-home entertainment systems. I mean, before they were like, the giant clunky ones, but then the Atari came out. And one of the big pioneers of Atari was the guy who founded Meta, which turned into media.
Right.
And when he made Wizard Video, he turned Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween into a video game on Atari. And they sell for very good money. And they're not good games. And then obviously that gave birth to DVDs, which gave birth to streaming services. And now here we are. With everything we could ever want on one phone. But the thing is, there's something special about holding something that literally changed time. It's not only awesome to look at, but it changed the course of history. And it had this whole social nostalgic appeal. People would go to the video store, order popcorn, hang out with their friends for hours to pick out 2 movies.
Or 5, yeah.
Or the whole store. Or the whole store. Or the whole store.
I wanted to say something, Maya. You talked about the Halloween cover, and I do prefer the new cover over the old one.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the rarity. The new one is dope. I mean, it's great. But I think the cool thing about that tape is just that it's so rare. It's a really rare media piece. So I do love the second cover I prefer it. The all black. I love that. So
it's sick.
Well,
for sure.
I like it that this is Halloween.
Have the 81 VHS over that Halloween beta.
Which one, Mikey?
I would rather have that 81 VHS than that Halloween beta, personally.
Yeah, I think it's at what?
But that's me personally, and it's because I believe a little bit more in VHS than I do in beta.
Right.
If the other one were a media, that the 1979, I think it's 79 when that one came out. If that was that edition, then I'd be all over that one, obviously. But I just think that one's so special. I've only seen one other Halloween that is like that one. So that one is extremely scarce. And I've seen about 3 Halloween media betas. So that Halloween VHS tape is a little more scarce. And like y'all were saying, it is... it does look a little better. That being said, this Halloween that's in this auction, this beta, a nicer one might not exist. It is what grade is it? It's like a 9.5 or 9.5 or something.
What grade is that, Maya, again?
What is it, 85 plus?
Which one? The
Halloween beta?
It's an 85.
Okay, 85. I mean, gorgeous grade. I mean, to keep that alive that long, looking like that, unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? It just comes back to nostalgia for me, and the 81 box looks more like the posters. And I remember having a friend when I was like, I don't know, a child, little, and he had one of those super cool older brothers, like that was in a band and he liked horror movies, and he had a poster of this on his bedroom door. And I was like, that's the coolest shit I have ever seen. So I just always think that. I'm like, it was so fucking cool. Like,
and
iconic.
This is just for horror, guys. Imagine the tapes are coming after this.
Right.
It's gonna be fun to watch. This is only horror.
Mikey, the next auction we can imagine.
One genre. All right. I can tease a little bit.
Give us a tease, Mikey.
There are at least 3 tapes in there that could break 6 figures. I've said that before.
What
tapes? At least 3.
One name. Give us one name.
Oh.
One is a boxer. One's a very famous boxer.
Boxer.
The other one,
Rocky. Original Rocky.
Oh, Rocky.
With his mind. And
lost
the
his
other
mind?
one is a robot from the future.
Ooh.
Shining.
What is that?
A robot from the future.
Robot from the future.
Robot from the future. What could that be? And he comes back in time.
Oh, yeah, Blade Runner?
He comes back in time. Is that what happens?
Star Wars, a 1983, first release, Rocky, 1982. and first release Terminator, all
There
in.
you go.
Wow.
I believe the 83 Star Wars graded an 85 plus. So unbelievable.
Holy really?
Yeah.
God damn.
Incredible. I mean, it's probably the nicest 83 that exists. And there is so much more just like that. I mean, picture this auction, but with 300 more lots. Ooh. And that's what December is going to be.
Wow.
And it's going to be 2 days. And it's going to be 2 days. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to do
in
well
December.
Over $1 million. In December. It's coming up. It's going to be soon. It's going to be soon.
Wow. All right. Well, guys, to wrap this up, you have 7 days left to bid on all those lots we just went over. You can go to Heritage's website. It's actually one of the only auction websites that is not stupid to navigate. I just appreciate that so much. It's so easy to find things.
VHS tape though in their handle, they don't come up. You have to look up just VHS. They need to work on their search engine optimization.
Oh, I had no issues with it. Every other auction site I've tried to deal with, it's like just pisses me off. So
well, that's because our bar is so low. That's because our bar is so damn low.
They also have an app too.
They're so bad that
it's super convenient that they have an app. At least on iOS they do. So anyway,
they kill it. They absolutely kill it.
You guys have any wrap up thoughts here?
No, again, it's Halloween. It's a perfect timing. It's on Halloween day, so
get drunk at work that day. Oh, I forgot to say, talk about the Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Yes. Oh my God, those are both potential fights.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna roll our outro before Mikey goes on.
While Mikey keeps talking, just roll it. Just roll it.
Bye.